I think that music somehow encapsulates everything. There's some kind of interlocking with people that just doesn't seem to happen any other way quite as grandly and totally. Not to be gross, but it's like a sort of creative mental form of like shitting, you know, taking things in and putting them out and leaving more room to take more things in, taking the nutrients in, whatever they are, life nutrients of conversations with people or experiences or seasons, or taking all those nutrients in, you know, taking what you need from it and putting, well, hopefully though, what you put out isn't shit. When I was a kid, I used to go to these Christmas parties every year. My mom's friend Judy had these parties, and they were musical people, and everyone would sing carols. There was one game where we would sing a song, and everybody got their little part that they would sing, and it would be like a horn part. It'd be like, you go doo doo doo, and you go dabba dabba dabba. And everybody got their part, and when I loved that game. I looked forward to it so much. Somehow, when everybody was doing that, it was like there was no kind of social unease. Everybody was really interested in what everybody else was doing, and everyone was like, you just went dab, 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 and I would. It's just like this communication that was happening was so easy and so, like it would build this momentum, and just, I think that I want all of my communications to feel like that, and that could only be possible through music, so. I think about this ruefully sometimes because I feel like I'm not like this anymore, but I can remember sitting at my desk and being called to dinner and being in the middle of writing a short story, and I used to write short stories all the time, and being like, I don't want to go to dinner because I'm writing. Where at this point, like in my life, I think I'd probably go for dinner in a second. I'd be like, oh, I can stop writing, I can go, you know. But I also used to, whenever I would think about any question that would come up about, you know, huge questions, what is there life after death, all the things that you first think about, I can remember just lying, and I had a loft bed, and I would lie there, and I would write essays for myself to write out what I thought. This is what I think love is. This is what I think life is. This is what I think happens after death. And I would write these things, and this is what I think about, you know, war, racism, sexism. I would write about everything that I thought about. I would write I would declare what I thought about things, and I would write it all out. When I look back, I'm kind of impressed with myself, because for the longest time, I remember being asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I really was like, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. And I had no problem not knowing, and I knew I wasn't going to go to college, which I'm not particularly proud of that, but I knew that, like, I knew I was going to figure it out, and I think that, you know, everybody wants to do the thing that you feel like you can do, the thing that you feel like you're good at. That feels like the right thing to do, and this seemed to be the thing that I did, naturally. The thing that I was always playing the piano and writing songs naturally, so it just seemed like the way to go, and then it just, I don't know what happened. The thing that I value most about what I've gotten from music is the relationships that I have with the people that I play music with and the people that I play music for, because I feel like I look back on myself when I was 11 and 12 and so lonely and so just miserable. I feel sometimes like doing music has just really been a vehicle for me to be able to make the friends that I've made. I think in the beginning, I saw everything I was doing as more of like the letter that I was showing everybody, like because I just really wanted to make my introduction to the world and to make friends and to, like, I don't know, put my stamp out and be like, who likes my stamp? Be my friend or something, you know? But now it feels a lot more like I'm doing it for the doing of it, which I know has got to be a lot healthier. What ends up being more important to me than any other aspect of this, which is that when I'm singing and playing, or just singing and I'm playing with people, and I've got such great people around me all the time. It's really the only time ever where just effortlessly I'm not thinking about anything. Every little nerve ending and every just loose end in my being is somehow sated, and I'm not thinking about anything, and it's that whole thing that everybody's trying to do, is to like be in the moment and stuff. That's the time when I can do it and it just happens. It's like I don't have to worry. It's like you wake up from this. I've had the most wonderful moments of my life after singing, either in one of my shows or at Largo with my friends, and after a song ends, and it's like you've just woken up from the most delicious nap, and everything looks really bright and clear, and I have this thought, and I'm giving myself chills right now thinking about it, because I can think of looking around at my friends and that I'm playing with, and really, really appreciating what I've got, and really going, oh my God, it just feels so much. It feels so good, and I'm so appreciative of this moment and what and so that's what happens whenever I play live. It's somewhere in between conversation and sex. Like there's you're definitely doing more physically with each other than it looks like. There is some kind of knowing of each other, some intimacy, some involvement, some braiding together of people. And, and even in playing the game at a Christmas party, there's some kind of interlocking with people that just doesn't seem to happen any other way quite as grandly and totally. I think that it would be the same exact thing as in a relationship, that you would want to be collaborating with someone where you would feel whatever it is about each other, where you would each want to bring out the best in each other, where you would want to foster each other's greatness in some way.